Hey, it's me. This is my yearly obligation to accept some free Chinese merch and make a review video. This is very much sponsored, but I'll also very much give you my real opinion on this stuff. I was gonna do a gig where I open the door and it falls off, but I can't actually close the door. So, yeah, just pretend that was kind of funny. We got a hinge pin that's falling apart just a little bit. You old bastard. Anyway. Into the old junk box. And into the new jump box. So we have a new jump starter for review. This was sent to me. The company reached out to contact me. I get it for free. In return, I make a video. And I'm going to tell you if it sucks or not. So, it's small and it's cheap. And more importantly, hopefully it works. So the brand here is Lokithor. And this is the J400 model. It'll jumpstart any 12-volt battery. And it's also got USB charging. Woo. Bust out my handy dandy new stabby device. Finally got a Swiss Army knife. These things are amazing. Under the hood, we have user manual. We can very safely chuck that away. And then dig it back out later when there's a feature we don't understand. So, right off the top, pretty light actually. It doesn't feel very hefty at all. It feels kind of plasticky. But who cares about feels? It's more about if it works or not. So we've got lights out here, our 12-volt out for the jump start. There. Over here we've got our USB in. We've got our USB in and USB out. So that way we can charge the device or charge other devices. Let's see, does it turn on right out of the box? It does! Wowee! Okay, so we've got a battery meter here. Looks like we're at 75%. It will detect the voltage, which right now is nothing. And if we turn this button on, we get a flashlight. Cool. Actually pretty useful when you're trying to jumpstart junk at night. Okay, we also have an M button. I'm not sure what that is. It might be our override mode, but I'll look into that later. Anyway, more of the stuff out of the way. We have a charge cable, it looks like. Got USB-A to USB-C. Nice. And the most important part, the actual alligator clips. So, snappy, very plasticky, and got some grip. Wow, look at how tiny they are. You see that? Is there two? Is it just... Oh, that's just a jump to the other. Okay. Okay, so that's just to make sure they're both... Alright, so there's one honking terminal there, and then a little itty-bitty jumper up there. That's interesting. Anyway, let's see if I find anything that's not able to start. Most likely this thing. Hook it up, see if it works. Okay, I did actually scan through this real quick, and surprisingly not any Chinglish. This is actually pretty nice, very quick manual. The M button is our boost start, so in case your battery is really dead, if this device cannot detect when it's connected, you have to turn the boost mode on to force it to start, but that does disable the polarity protection. So you have to be careful with that mode. You got to be sure it's hooked up right if you're going to do that. But if you go through here, there's a few more options I saw that were really neat. There's actually a negative clip and positive clip impedance LED. So for your negative and your positive over here, it actually detects if your connection's not good, and it'll let you know. So in case your vehicle's not starting for some reason and one of these lights is lit, that means you don't have a good connection on that side of the battery. That's actually really cool. Yeah, everything else is pretty neat. Another neat feature I wanted to bring up, it shows you the voltage when you're connected to the 12-volt battery. That's kind of a normal thing. But this looks like it tells you the wattage when you are charging USB devices. So you can see how many watts it's pulling when it's charging. That's kind of neat too. So yeah, small and feature packed. So let's see if it actually starts anything. So first we're going to see if this thing even wants to turn over. It might not. Take your chances. We are at, oh, that showed like 9 volts. That's not looking good. Let's see if we can get her to focus here. Nope. Deader than a door now. Alright, this is actually going to be a good test. So, straight out of the box, hood's pre-popped, in case the damn cable ever seizes. And, yeah, we're going to see what happens. Ooh, please, no hornet's nest. Yeah! Cool, just junk. Okay, so first feature that I really like is these things open really wide. We're talking really wide. That is impressive. because some of the other ones, the jaws were small and you couldn't fit them over certain terminals, and it's a pain in the ass. So this one I like. So we're gonna push the power button, and right now it is oh, this is the countdown. Okay, so it counts down, and now it is supplying voltage. So we have a green light. The positive terminal is saying there's not a good connection. Yeah, I don't know what that's about, but there's some clicking and there's some blinking, so I don't know. We're just gonna give her a go. See what it says. Okay, no funny business, so let's give her a crank. Power up. Yeah, we're pushing 13 volts now. Nice. Okay. Here goes nothing. Holy shit. That sounds... Oh yeah. All of the fuel. Oh, poor guy broke a little bit there. Sheesh. That is beyond rich right now. But yeah, jump starter works. And I don't know why it only says 10.7 volts, because it's definitely a lot more than that, but yeah. I'll force this off. I'm gonna turn it back on and just see if it updates. See how the meter just went down? Yeah, see, now it shows 14.6. And we have 2 green lights. Okay, so maybe these statuses don't update all the time. I don't know. Okay, well, they definitely had enough juice to jump us right out of the box. And get this hunk of junk fired up again. So, yay! We like that. So, test number 2. See if this thing has any juice left in it. No, absolutely not. Even the clock faded. Thing didn't even try. Alright, let's get this side panel off and see if we can jump start a motorcycle. Okay, so there's just one Allen key that you have to pull to pop the hood on this thing, and then you can get to your battery. So you've got a negative back here, positive up front. And the trick with this is that there's not a lot of room for it to eat. So let's see if our big honking jaws can clip this little ass battery. Give her a go. Alright, I can't complain too much there. There's enough room to squeeze it in there under the wiring. Just barely holding onto the head and back there. So, does fit into tight spaces. Cool. Now, turn her on, see if she detects anything. Let's do its little countdown thing. We have 8 volts. Okay, we'll turn the key on. Excuse me, I said turn the key on. Okay, there we go. We have power. Excellent, we're in neutral. I'm curious, if I shut it off, I bet you it's going to completely go flat. Anyway, we are going to arm thy missile and give her a crank. Alright, Mama lives. Very cool. Sweet! Very nice. And guess what? Now we got a voltage gauge. Cool. Alright, well, I'd say that about wraps it up. I'm impressed. The only other thing I can try is charging a phone, but yeah, fits the bill, it's lightweight, does what it's supposed to. And it's cheap. What more could you ask for, folks? Alright, so lastly, we're going to check phone charging ability. Phone plugged in. Probably got to turn it on. Hey, look at that. I don't know if you saw that, but the phone lit up for a second. I don't know if it's going to switch to the watt mode. Is there something special I gotta do? Oh, there you go. See? Yeah. So we're pushing 8 watts. So in order to figure out what the draw is on that, you have to divide the number by 5? So yeah, I can't do that quick math in my head, but that's like what, an amp and a half that it's pulling? Cool. Let's see how it charges itself. Let me plug it in the other way. Alright, we'll just insert this bad boy into here. Okay. I do not know what these numbers mean, but they are counting. Okay, sorry, I couldn't leave you hanging. This number right here is actually the charging power in watts as well. Gee, if only I would have checked the manual. Teehee. I guess we're just going to let that charge and call it a day. So if there's any coupon codes that are available to you guys, it will be in the description, same as the link. What would I rate it? I mean, pretty damn good out of 10. I can't complain. If you can get it on sale for 50 bucks, I mean, you need yourself a cheap jump starter. This will do it. The jaws are real big, so you can fit them over big lugs. They're also thin enough you can fit them on something small like a motorcycle. Charge your cell phones, you got a flashlight, and it's lightweight. So, as a close competitor, here is a really old one I got a few years ago. This is a Nico Genius Boost. This thing hasn't been doing too well. If you don't keep it plugged in all the time, the thing will only jumpstart, like say like a garden tractor, maybe 2 times. 2 or 3 if you're lucky. So yeah, this thing has to be plugged in all the time. Also the weight, this thing's hefty compared to this. I want to say it's like almost half the weight. So yeah, lightweight, about the same form factor, all the same features. I don't know. Now the other video that you might have seen, the with the Jom Gang one, the real big one with the built-in air compressor. Now that thing is incredible. If you need one, you know, emergency device to have in your car, that thing is the bomb. It's incredible. Having not only the ability to jumpstart, but also an air compressor is super frickin' useful. You can fix your flat on the side of the road, pull the nail out, use a one of them tire rope stuffer things, I forget what they're called, the patch kits to, you know, patch your tire, pump it right back up on the side of the road. It is amazing. If you got pool floaties, if you go to the, you know, the lake or something, you need to blow up some giant ass donut or something, that guy will do it in a matter of a minute. It's, oh my god, super amazing. And you can sometimes get sales on it. So if you need lightweight, try this guy out. If you need something bigger, that other one with the air compressor, oh my god, I will not leave anywhere without that thing in my car. So yeah, really useful to have. Anyway, that's my review of it. Buy it if you want it, I guess. Good enough for me. You can put it in my girlfriend's car. She'll be happy. So if you made it to this part of the video, you're probably a supporter or fan, or just want to know what the heck's going on. So I guess I'll give you a little rundown. Grey Goose here is semi-retired right now. I've been very busy, and as you can see, the neglect is building up. I swept the roof and the hood once. It used to be completely covered. And you'll notice the other sibling is missing. The Comanche actually got a job. Its job hauling a bunch of shit out of my new house. Yeah, I bought a fucking house. It's 100 years old, but the neighborhood's cool. So yeah, no garage. Ain't gonna be the forever home, but it'll be a start for now, especially if you've been keeping up with the housing market in the last, I don't know, 5 fucking years. It's been garbage. Yeah, but anyway, putting the Comanche to work. Haven't had time to actually play with this guy or fix him up any, but you know, still here. We'll be back one day, just not now. So while we're still here, office still exists. We are still pumping out product for Nick and Time Design. It's been kind of slow lately because I am now a family man. Yes, I reproduced. I have proof that I got laid, at least once anyway. So yeah, now the business is for a father that needs to support his little baby girl. So yeah, if you ever need any Jeep parts, take a look. nickandtimedesign.com, and you'll find everything in the web store. We are working out nifty shifters for 97 up. I am in contact with a company that should hopefully be making jumper harnesses for me. And I've got the circuit boards nailed down pat now, so there shouldn't be any more issues. So they are super solid and should be ready by, I would say, probably late fall 2024. And hopefully we'll have them in stock for years to come. So that'll finally be one device that I'll have in stock and going good. As far as the REMs, that has been a bit of a crapshoot lately. I've been trying to do some junior designs lately, using a few different chip types. So I was trying to use the Teensy LC chips, because they were kind of available and kind of cheap, but I can't get them to take code more than once, and only sometimes. I don't know if it's my soldering ability, or if the bootloaders are old, or I got no friggin' clue, but they're pissing me off to no end. So the Junior, pretty much a scrapped idea at this point. And then the next one was my light version, which I don't know if I have on hand, but it was basically just a regular REM, but trimmed back, took all the fat out, and just left the diagnostics and the RGB display, of course, that I was hoping to sell for a cheaper price, and then maybe bring back the REM V5.3 laters when I actually have the budget to do so, because money's a little tight with a baby and a house that needs renovating. But yeah, I don't have good news for that yet, so I wouldn't really expect REMs until maybe the end of the year. Maybe I'll just suck it up and order a small batch just to get stuff flowing again, but it's been rough. REM clocks, I really don't have good news either. The guy that has been assembling boards for me has been dicking me around for years now, and it's just been slower than dirt, man. I get maybe an order from him every 2 to 3 months if I'm lucky, and I gotta beg the guy. It is ridiculous. So, yeah, I don't have good news for that. And once the final batch is run through, I got probably about 100 more that have to be made. After that, I don't think I'm going to have much more available, so I'm going to have to redesign it or just stop producing them. So, we'll see. But business has been difficult lately. I get maybe about 2 office days a month now, so it has been hard to keep stuff going. But I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Anyway, that's my life. Thanks for tuning in. Till next time. Whenever that is.